So we are moving into the next stage of 5 Minute Friday. If you've seen my other videos, you have been part of the structure, the build-up of things to consider when creating your brand and the fundamentals of your marketing. Now, I'm going to share with you my principles of marketing and the essentials you should consider for your business. This is 5 Minute Friday, so join me as I simplify the complexity of marketing, starting with the basics, the principles. What's up everybody, Arnt Eriksson here with yet another 5 Minute Friday. Here's what I need you to do. Number 1, subscribe. Number 2, give it a thumbs up or smash it if you so desire. I want this to be a conversation, so please leave a comment down below or connect with me on Twitter or Instagram. It's @ArntEriksson everywhere. Now, let's just jump into it. A principle is a concept or value that is a guide for behavior or evaluation. According to Cambridge Dictionary, a principle is a basic idea or rule that explains or controls how something happens or works. Now, if you've seen my first 5 Minute Friday sessions, I referred to a guy named Harrington Emerson that said, as to methods, there may be a million and then some, but principles are a few. The man who grasps principles can successfully select his own methods. The man who tries methods, ignoring principles, is sure to have trouble. Now, marketing is defined as the total of activities involved in the transfer of goods from the producer or seller to the consumer or buyer. In other words, marketing is all activities that you do to prepare for sales. It is vital for us to understand the principles of marketing and its place in the world. Understanding and applying the principles will be essential to defining and applying them to the right methods of business. Let me explain. Over the years, I have worked with small clients, big clients, unknown and globally known brands, and I have discovered that the rule of convenience is ever present in a lot of companies. The fact that there are so many that look for the quick fix, simple ways to get some short-term results, ignoring to put in the work and build that strong foundation before applying methods to their marketing tactics. Think about it. All the Tai Lopez's, Sam Owens, Ben Angels, and others out there are all focusing on the methods you should apply, the tactics on how to have success with your social media marketing, lead magnets and Facebook advertising, and yet ignoring the basics. If you don't invest the hours and resources to really figure out the why, how, what, to whom, and when, by applying the principles of marketing, you will spend a lot of money and time on stuff that might give you a quick bang for the buck, but it's not sustainable over time. So in the end, your company, your brand, your employees, and your customers will suffer, and you as an entrepreneur will end up hitting the infamous wall. So here's my thoughts. My marketing principles are a culmination of 30 years of experience in the marketing industry. I have more or less done it all. My dad had a print shop, so I started out breathing, sweating, and learning the value of hard work. Surrounded by paper, ink, and visual tactics on behalf of my dad's clients, brands from a wide spectrum of categories. Now, what I soon came to realize was that I wanted to be the guy creating the tactics, creating the big idea and the graphic design that was to be produced at a print shop. So my journey as a creator started, and I became an art director. From there, I moved on to become a creative director, strategist, planner, agency owner, and pretty much doing everything at the agency. In 2008, I became more focused on the social media side of things, and then more work as a creative director, which transformed to becoming a chief innovation officer. The interesting thing though, was that I always started with the why. What is the purpose and what are we trying to achieve? What is the business target? Who are we trying to convince and why are they not doing so today? What are the barriers, the drivers, and how can marketing play a part in changing their behavior? What are the touch points? The customer journey, my find, like, love process that I have used so many times when working on clients. So, to quickly sum up my principles, my 4 pillars of marketing is as follows. Insight. This is the data, the context, if you will, about your company, competition, category, channels, and customer. Ambition. What are your goals and objectives? How do you apply said insight to affect behaviors and outcome. Touchpoints. Really dig down on where your customer is and the touchpoints where you can connect on a contextual, cultural, and community level. And then finally, the blueprint. What role will communication play? The tonality, tone of voice, visual elements, and assets to make all the above points come to play. You can't build a house, a relationship, a company, a brand without a solid foundation, without defining the basis of where you are and where you want to go. That is the only way you're going to be able to navigate. And you need to know point A before you can reach point B. It's that simple and yet so complicated. Or not really complicated, it just requires hard work. The reason why it's neglected is because it seems tedious, and you, well, everyone knows, right? So no need to do that boring strategy part. Let's just make some Facebook ads, create some variations and see which performs better, and voila, we're all good. I'm sorry, but no. You need to start with the principles, the basics. Define the purpose of your company, brand, product, or service. What type of category are you part of? Who are your competitors? Which channels are most relevant? And who are your customers? Their needs and their wants. What is their behavior and how can we influence that behavior? Are there cultural, contextual considerations? Is there a community we can work with? Start with these important questions and you'll soon realize that building a foundation based on solid principles will give you the base to build methods and tactical assets that will be far more effective and build a brand that is going to last for decades. Well, that's the end of this 5 Minute Friday session. Thank you for giving me your time and attention. I do hope I managed to inform, enlighten, and entertain you. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you like the style of the video, hit that subscribe button. It actually makes a difference. Next session, we will go into the first stage of this important process, the purpose. But that's for the next one. Until then, be safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you next Friday.